We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Lance now on first down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Well, this defense for the Colts, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Second down at 5.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6.
You're not ready. You're striker. 3-3.
To throw, it's Lance. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 38-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 31, check 31.
From the gun, it's Lance. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Let's go, team.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 17-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Mitchell, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Drill 52.
And they'll go for it. Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
We're outside. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Here we go. Mike. Red 80. Mike 54.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet Just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Mike's been on side. Mike's by 4.
6-man. Check curls, check that.
Off of play action, Darnold. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey, 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 hey. 4 down. Slice. 97. Who's on 85? Come on, baby.
Lance looking to throw it. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd and 11. Here's Lance to throw it. Drops this underneath, it's Mitchell. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Eckler. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Darnold now to throw. Smith catches left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Darnold. Able to slither. Now the ball comes loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah. It's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. He's got Smith here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Darnold. This is swung out to Eckler. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Darnold. Got a man, Slayton. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up for.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Austin Eckler, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will shrink to 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throwing on first down is Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Man, I got you. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Stay with your man.
Throwing now is Lance. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
On 2nd down, Eckler. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. 2nd and 11 now. Here's Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Lance again. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Darnold. This one is Slayton over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 39, Darnold, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Darnold. And that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Number 53, Mike 53. Watch the run. They're running it. 53's the Mike. 53.
Lance now on 1st down. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Lance going to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be from 56 yards out. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think in this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
To throw again on second down, Darnold. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And for Darnold, this may be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Eckler. 59 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 41, Darnold. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
2 yards on the pickup there, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Darnold on third down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
They were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back's feet.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer
this
time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
58's Mike, 58. 58's Mike. Here we go, here we go.
Now Lance. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
And Lance now to throw.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert. Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Mitchell. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Lance. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They started on the ground with Eckler, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down at 4, Darnold. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Darnold. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Lance.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
DeForest Buckner, a Pro Bowler when he played for the 49ers, there on the stop. 2nd down and 7.
Mike 58 right there.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
Looking to throw. Lance.
Kittle catching the slant.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 42.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
On 1st down, Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Lance. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 22-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On play action, Lance. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Elijah Mitchell
with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter.
Darnold, he lost the football. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain with Indy.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Darnold's throw into the hands of Pittman here.
The Colts on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Catch made by Slayton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On first down, Darnold. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
The Colts on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Darnold. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Darnold completes it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They'll try the right side with Eckler, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Disastrous outcome there on 3rd and goal. They lose 9 yards on the sack. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick here is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20 to 13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Lance. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Lance now on 1st down.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 25-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Mitchell, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On third down, it's Mitchell. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up fourth down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done. But, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for him, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe try to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Here's Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 47. And the 49ers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for San Francisco, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as Washington comes to town. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.